Ishan.
Yo.
What's up, man?
Chilling, man. I feel good. How y'all doing?
We are completely honored and so blessed that you are our first interview of 2022.
2022.
That feels great. Happy New Year. Thank y'all for having me.
Happy New Year. You have been a busy man.
Yeah, like crazy, man. Like you've been all over the world. Lady, can you tell them what you know?
Look, before I even got to know who you were interviewing, I kept seeing this guy come up on my feed, and I'm like, I know this dude. I swear I've seen you at like some type of event, and you performed, and I was like, holy crap.
That's crazy.
I saw Nancy. I'm like, yo, dude, this chick is so like so. Your reputation precedes you.
That means a lot. Thank you.
It's incredible. For one, I understand you're from Sibling, New Hampshire.
Yep.
I have a question that I'm going to ask at the end because I put it in the top of my notes, but you know what? I'm going to wait until the end because I need some details.
Cool.
Because, Lady T's nosy as hell. But your album, Random Thoughts, listen, it was a complete banger, and you recorded it in your living room.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, everything. So, and it's still that way. Everything you've heard from me up until this point, and even right now with a couple of the tracks we're ready to drop this year, recorded literally where I'm standing right now.
Now, you've been on several radio shows. You have an interview coming out real soon. I'm not going to get into detail about that.
Mm-hmm.
But you've been on numerous very big name radio shows. Mm-hmm. Your name is huge out there. You did shows in Dallas, Texas, Newark, New Jersey, Phoenix, Arizona, Baltimore, all over NYC, Los Angeles. You have over 83,000 streams on Spotify, over 36,000 listeners in 126 countries worldwide. I happen to see this. I happen to see this on my Instagram feed. You were recently in LA hanging out with Ruscillo Boulevard. What?
We were out there. Yeah.
You have such a nostalgic, like old school flow, but with your own flair. And just listening to you, I'm feeling good today.
Yo, that's crazy. Yo, appreciate that for sure. Thank you.
That's what I had. That's what I ran down. That's the thing I wanted to talk about because I can't find it anywhere. Did you go to MIT? Can you tell me, did you go to MIT or were you a graduate affiliate?
No, I worked at Harvard Medical School for 2 years. I researched there.
Okay.
Yeah, so MIT, if you've heard anything about me in regard to MIT, that's me and my brother's dream school for our graduate degrees. I'm about to graduate college, and I'm thinking about a PhD at MIT, and my brother wants to go get his master's at MIT.
Yeah, I love it.
Okay. Wow. That's amazing. All right, so without the vote, we don't want to go real deep into telling us exactly how it happened for you, but we'll you can kind of skim over the edges.
Yeah.
But before we even get there, tell us about your humble beginnings. Tell us about where you grew up and all the way up to your interest into music.
I mean, so I'm the youngest of three, and I was raised by my dad. I was born in Lawrence, Massachusetts. And then pretty early on into my life, right after kindergarten, my parents, we moved to Salem, New Hampshire, and that's where I went to school, high school, graduated from. After that, during high school is when I actually started putting out music. It was my junior year, but I had been rapping since like 6th grade. But but it was just something that I'm the type to like, if I'm gonna broadcast something that I've done, I want to make sure that I'm happy with the product. And I felt like I needed to get better. And once I felt to that point where I was good enough to kind of broadcast it, is when junior year I dropped some music. And then after I graduated high school, I came to Boston. And throughout my life, I've been back and forth from Boston, but I came out here officially for college. And I studied at Suffolk University. Then I transferred over to Northeastern, and now I'm about to graduate in 5 months from Northeastern.
Oh, okay. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. So you're a Northeastern student.
Yeah, now.
Okay. And now you brought that talent to Northeastern or to Suffolk first.
Yeah, started off at Suffolk, and and then I came over to Northeastern.
Now, what did you go to Suffolk for?
So both colleges have the same major. I'm biochemistry.
Oh, okay. All right. So that's where the connection is. We would think of MIT, and then what your major is.
Yeah.
We think it's science.
Oh, okay. Okay, but wow, so you do that and transfer to the type of hip hop that you do. That's
No. So do you make all of your own beats? Like all of them?
Yeah. I've made so everything that you've heard. That was written, mixed, mastered, engineered, recorded, made. The beat was made literally right where I'm standing right now on my desk. That was all everything.
No sample, bro. I am like in complete awe and amazed by you. That's an incredible feat. At least
Thank you.
At least 3 out of 5 samples at some point. But to make all of your own music in your living room, wow.
When I'm producing, I definitely like to use samples. I incorporate samples because my biggest influence is Kanye West. So he's who I studied when I really got into sample-based producing. So I definitely do my samples and everything, but outside of that, it's all my mind.
Yeah. Because it's the same thing where you're using samples to create, an art, like a portrait, but audio-wise.
For sure. I think that's an art form in itself, being able to take a piece of music from the 60s. I mean, I was born in 99. That's decades before I was born. To be able to take something from the 60s or the 50s or the 40s and chop that up and turn that into a modern hip-hop beat, I think that's an art form in itself.
Oh, definitely.
Van Gogh into hip-hop. That's crazy.
That is. All right, so, I mean, we got your EP. You had sent it to New England Mic Check Radio, the Random Thoughts EP, and that was like a year ago.
Oh, yeah.
So once we got wind of that one, we had to hit them with that one hard.
I mean, that's still on the Weekend Takeover.
That's crazy. Yo, that means a lot. That's the first project I ever dropped, a piece of music I dropped where like I got like a whole list of people to send it to when I sent it out the second it dropped. That's the first time I've ever done that. So y'all been rocking with me since I really started like coming that way. That's crazy.
Yeah. Now, tell us though, we gotta know, because I mean, we don't want you to get deep into your secrets, but you are really killing it on you're doing your shows. You got great music. I mean, you're touring like you have Grammys. I mean, you're doing it, man. And I know you have a manager.
Yep.
And tell us about how that relationship came together and how you got it to where you're doing what you're doing now.
So first, shouts to my manager. Y'all talk to him, so y'all know he is a powerhouse. I mean, without him, we wouldn't be able to do what we're doing right now. And so for sure, I mean, shout out to Couvy, shout out to Rare Breed. But actually, I met Couvy, my manager, back in 2018. So I was doing open mics every couple weeks in Lawrence, Massachusetts, and literally at El Taller.
Okay.
So it was right after I graduated high school is when I started doing that, and there was one show where I took those seriously. Like I'm telling you, like I brought a cameraman, I brought friends, it was crazy, and after I got out.
Did you bring a barber with you too?
What's that?
Did you bring a barber with you too?
Yo, I did hit the barber before. I'll tell you that.
Okay.
That's crazy. Yo, but I got off stage and then I was heading back to my car and he stopped me. He was like, "Yo, I saw you in there," and he just showed me his respect. And that was cool because that was one of the first times that I'd been outside of my hometown rapping, and he just came super official. You could just tell. The second you started talking to him, he just was a super cool dude. So that's when I got his information, he got my information. But he was doing his own thing at the time, and I was about to head off to college. So we just respected each other's hustle for a little bit. He was. Then it was about the right time. We linked for the first time a couple months before I dropped the Random Thoughts EP, and that's when we became kind of homies. We did a track together because he does rap. He doesn't want to say it, but he does rap. And we did a track together, and we were just talking. And he was just immediately became an OG. And he was someone I talked to pretty much almost every week. And I was around the time I dropped the Random Thoughts EP is when he called me over to his house, and we just started just brainstorming, just coming up with ideas, just dreaming almost. And he was like, "Yo, the time is now." And I'm telling you, 2 weeks later, we're on a plane. We're in Miami. We're talking to Benzino.
Wow.
Yo,
He's a type, and like the way we are, it's like it's all action. Like if I ever tell you I'm doing something, the emotion's already in play. So he's a type, like the second we were in his crib, like talking, by the time I was at my house in Boston, plane tickets were already purchased. We were ready to go.
Well, I'll be damned.
You got your whole agenda laid out for you, and you just.
He's like, yo, little bro, I know this business. I know exactly how to get you out there. And we
He's
gonna make this happen. All I need is your dedication.
He's just a genius with this. He just told me, he was like, yo, and I know you think of yourself this way, but I'm gonna tell you how I see it. Like, you just need the platform. If we just need to get you in front of the people, if we can get you in front of the people and you come correct the way you've been doing, it's a recipe for success. So, but we need to make sure that's happening. And I'll be honest, I was terrified in the beginning. I was, 21? I'm 22 now. I'm 21. I obviously, I knew school. I knew what I was doing at work and everything, but like, this is a whole new world to me. So,
wow.
And he just kept reassuring me. He's like, bro, like, you're nice. You're nice. And not only are you nice, we can turn this into something great. And I know this. I know you love this. I've been seeing you since 2018 dropping music. You're still dropping music. I know you love this. So we just need to take it for sure, for real this time.
You know, for somebody to see all of that in you and just be like, yo, I got your back, dude. Like,
It's
be confident. You got this.
It's crazy. I can never fully, like, really thank him and repay him for what he's done.
Wow. You just throw it in like, hey, this is you now.
Yeah.
So cool. Yeah. And you took it and you doggone ran with it, man. Like, the success is out of this world.
Yeah. Thank you.
Up to you, like, how did he do this?
Yeah.
See, this is why he tells me he doesn't like to edit. How did you make this happen? And you just explained it. That's incredible to have somebody in your corner like that.
Yeah.
Now, how did your father react when, like, you started doing all these big moves and stuff?
So my dad, I was raised by my dad, and he was the first person I ever looked up to in my life. Like, from the start, he was the person who was the most important. He's who I wanted to impress. And he's from Nigeria. He's very old school. So his thing was like, and a lot of immigrant parents are like this. It's like, yo, you're going to be a lawyer. You're going to be an engineer. You're going to be a doctor. Right?
Okay.
Well, that explains something.
That explained why I studied biochemistry. And good thing I fell in love with that. I love science too. So that's good. But he was like, so that was his thing. So when I told him in high school I wanted to start making music, he was a little shaky. I mean, I was like, yo, Dad, I just like making songs. He was like, are you sure you don't want to drop? Please don't drop out. Like, all this, like, you freaking out. I was like, nah, I just like making songs. And then, yeah, exactly. So, but then he saw that I kept making music and I was able to keep progressing in school, maintaining high GPAs, working hard, getting good opportunities. Like, I started working at Harvard Medical School and I just dropped an album the month I started my job. Like, he knew that I was able to handle what I wanted to handle because I put my mind to things. So he took a back seat because he obviously he obviously wanted me to just focus on the one that's going to make me the most secure money. But he supported me because he knew that I can handle it. And then when things started really going crazy, his biggest thing was just like, please take care of yourself. Just please take care of yourself. And then he saw the success start to come. And now it's a really good feeling to see how proud he is of me.
Yeah.
Just shout out to Pop Boots, man.
Yeah.
No.
He's a good one, man.
Yeah.
Big shouts.
All right. So and now when you're not on the stage, you're, doing the biochemistry stuff. You found the cure for COVID yet?
I wish. I will say though, when the pandemic started, my lab actually, the work came even more, and somebody in my lab was going back and forth from MIT researching the virus. So sometimes, but I wasn't in that.
Okay, next question. Can you develop an edge cream that actually sticks even if you sweat? I'm sorry.
Yo, I mean, I'm definitely not interested. That sounds cool.
Yo, you can be the next Dr. Sadie, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Real talk, though, that's incredible to have somebody that is as, like, go-getter and headstrong as you, to be intelligent and talented.
Thank you.
You're paving the way for your siblings. Like, That's incredible. That's really something to look up to.
Yeah.
Thank you.
How do your siblings feel about the music? They go to the gigs?
They're ecstatic. I mean, my brother bought me my first microphone. He didn't care. He didn't care whether or not I made it or anything. He just knew that this is what I wanted. And so I'm the youngest of three. So he's my older brother, and I have my older sister. She means the world to me as well. My brother, me and him were just inseparable growing up, and he used his work study money his freshman year of college and bought me my first microphone, my headphones that I had pretty much up until like 3 months ago, and all that stuff just to let me start. And now he's seen that from the first second I laid a verse down to now, because we live together still in Boston now. He's seen all of it. So that's crazy. And my sister is one of my first influences because she's, I think there's a 5-6 year age gap between us. And so I'm 5 years old. I'm down the hallway. She's playing her violin. She's playing her piano. Okay. She's singing. And so I was constantly surrounded by that. And then she went to college for music. So she was one of my first influences. So she's seen from when I started this too. So both of them are very proud, and it's a great feeling once again.
Yeah, and then at some point you switched over to Kanye.
Yeah, I went from my sister to Kanye.
So is your sister on any of your songs, on any of your tracks?
Nah, she's not. I mean, I've asked her. I've asked her in the past. I'm like, hey, like if you sing, you love music, why is it that you don't make music? Because that's the route that I went. I loved music and I made art with it. She was like, to be honest, that's not. I love music, and my way of appreciating is just like playing it. I guess not necessarily making it. I'm like, that's cool too. I mean, that's not my world, but that's really cool. So I've asked her in the past, and if she ever told me, she's like, hey, if you write a hook, I'll sing it. I was like, let's try it.
Yeah, at Thanksgiving or Christmas, get her in the middle of the living room there.
Just have to take recordings and sit there by accident.
Yeah, have a 6 of hooks right there.
The new family Christmas album.
Oh, for real? Yeah. Right in the living room.
That would be dope. Like, it seems like you have a very amazing support system behind you. That's
for sure.
So, what's your view on New England's urban music culture today? And what words of aspiration can you? Is that the word aspiration? What words can you give to the up and comers that are trying to think like you?
What I'll say is that there are a lot of good things about the New England rap scene. I really like that nobody tries to bite each other's style. Everybody really tries to be themselves, and I think that's a great thing. I think what we do need work on is kind of lifting each other up. I think the city that is spoken about a lot, and on the positive side with that, is Atlanta. You hear that all the time, where Atlanta artists and Atlanta rappers really push each other up. If one rapper is moving up, and he knows his homie is nice too, he'll bring him with him. I mean, you see Young Thug's down there every weekend like a college scout. It's crazy. But with Boston, what I think we do need a little help with, just boosting each other up a little bit, just showing love to everybody. I mean, there's enough out there for everyone. We can all make it. So I think that's just one thing, showing support and just showing love to everybody. I think that's one thing that we could work on a little more, but I've definitely seen it get better since I started.
What do you think about our role within the culture?
I mean, like I said in the beginning, me and my team were really about action. I could talk your ear off, you could talk my ear off, that's cool. Words are cool, but action is big. And so we look at what you guys are doing. I mean, you guys are devoting your lives and taking time out of your life to give artists a spotlight, to boost artists up. That's crazy. I mean, that means the world to so many artists. And a lot of the times when you don't have that motivation as an artist, as an upcoming artist, when you feel that nobody cares, nobody wants to see you win or none of that, and you have an outlet like you guys, like, hey, let's get your art out there just a little bit. Let's let people hear who you are. That means the world. So, I mean, if you guys want to talk about your role, it's a very, very positive one in the New England scene. We're grateful to have people like you in this scene.
Thank you, man. Thank you. That's why we're here, man. I mean, there's never been a radio station, commercial station at all, that focuses solely on New England's urban music.
I know.
And we are like the number one source for the world when they want to know what's going on in New England.
Yeah, and that's so important. Thank you. That's just, you guys just play a very important role in all this, and it definitely means a lot. It definitely means a lot.
Wow.
Well, it means a lot to have you on the line, man.
Thank you.
We know you got an interview right after this. I think you're going on Sarah's Radio on.
We're on shit. Yeah, I'm on shit for 5 in like 3 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then where you going? You gonna jump on a plane? And where you going then?
I'm going to Texas in a couple weeks actually. Yeah, I was just in Texas with Bone Thugs.
Oh wow.
It was like I got off stage, they got on. It was like they were, and this was like the week right after the verses.
Yo, is your manager?
Right after the verse, hold on.
It was like the week or two after the verses. It was December, was it 17th or the week before that?
Wow. You don't even remember, man. You're all over the place.
That's what's up. Stay busy.
Yeah, your manager, what's his name? Couvy?
Couvy, yeah, big shouts to Couvy.
You sure his middle name ain't G Diddy?
I definitely wouldn't be surprised. He pulls things out of the hat. I'm like, how would you even do that? He's like, it's a Couvy factor.
It's Couvy, yo.
You know what though? He was right, man. Because you definitely are coming with it. It's not like you don't have a feel for it. You're just trying to flow with the trends. You're like taking what you have and totally trending itself.
That's the goal.
I don't know if I worded it right.
That was definitely the goal. That's why I started producing myself, because that allows me to really, like, from the first second the song is potentially made, I had my hands on every piece of it, and it was a fully me the entire time. So you hear a song in 2018, it sounds different than a song in 2022. That's because there were two different me's.
Yeah.
So when you win that Grammy, right?
Yeah, don't get me too excited.
Yo, it's bound to happen. Like, with the backing you have and your intelligence and knowing what you want and going after it, it's definitely going to happen.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Now, what's going to be your first branded product? I know it's going to be something that you make, with all the chemistry and all that stuff. I know it's going to be something like it's going to be hair grease. Or,
the next non-MP3.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. To be honest, not even like super technical. I like fashion and like shoes. I really want to get into that space, to be honest.
So you're gonna invent the first shoes that don't touch the ground.
the first shoes that aren't even shoes, the Invisa shoes.
Boom. You're going to invent the first shoes that can transform into whatever style you want to be.
Crazy. Instant monopoly. I'm feeling that.
Yeah.
Yo, fashion-wise, I can tell you right now, I definitely can use you. I will promo you. Whatever commercials you need.
Perfect.
The Lady T is a performer. I got to show it Twin River.
I'm liking it. I'm liking this.
Yeah. You can ask.
See, I'm getting behind myself because I gotta be nosy all up in your business. I have to ask this question.
Yeah.
Are you single? Are you married to the music?
I'm married to the music, but I'm not single. I actually live with my brother and my girlfriend of 3 years. Her birthday is tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
Happy birthday, Mama.
Thank you.
I heard it. Okay, you got a girl, and he's married to the music. I'm dropping them DM because Lady T is watching y'all. Okay? I got your back, bro.
Thank you.
Ishan, we got him on the line. All right, so Ishan, where can the fans go to hear more about you, hear more of your music, so on and so forth?
So yeah, you can find me on all social media platforms at Ishan the Rapper, ISHAN the Rapper. All streaming platforms at Ishan, my YouTube at Ishan Official, and keep your eyes on us because we got a lot of big things planned this year.
Yeah, like what? Tell us real quick. Give us a quick little preview.
So actually on Shade 45 tonight, we're world premiering a song that I'm dropping in a couple weeks. And then next month, I mean, we just have drops planned for every single month. We're going to drop at least once. At least once. But it might be more than that. But a video for each track, like, we're coming strong. And then add in the shows and add in everything else. I mean, we're going strong this year.
All right. Stay tuned, y'all. You want to stay up to date. You don't want to miss this.
Yo, man, you're a huge part of New England's urban music culture, whether you like it or whether you know it or not. so you really are, man.
We get a lot of humble artists on here. They're like, nah. I'm like, no, yo, you are paving the way. You're doing some amazing
That's
things.
crazy.
Yes.
That's a crazy feeling. Thank you so much.
Yo, you got it, man. You got
I'm 37 years old. Like, man, I want to get back in the music. I've been singing live for 2 months. I can do it.
Do it. I tell everybody to do it.
We're going to have you sing the new drop. We're going to do a new drop.
I'm down.
Mr. Ishan.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, feeling good today.
Put my foot on the gas, hit this bitch blow the wind.
Hell
Every time
yeah.
that I drop, it's for turning the rear. I've been on the road for a little, had to get back. Knew that I would get it if I heard it every setback. Label meetings only do this if it's cash, double digits, 7 figures, over 10 minutes in the check back. Say honestly, I don't think there's a nigga that's hot as me. But my lonely, don't nobody ride with me. Keep my family right there to decide with me. Nigga, don't try with me. Told them that do not disturb on my phone. Don't give a fuck if it ain't about me. All them negative vibes to decide what I ride. If you won't waste my time, it's gonna come with a fee. Told them that do not disturb on my phone. Don't give a fuck if it ain't about me. All them negative vibes to decide what I ride. If you won't waste my time, it's gonna come with a fee. Told them that shit to the top, had to sick with me. We gon' try, give a fuck if they